Today from the pizza diet, we're making a zucchini pizza with stone ground whole wheat flour. Aloha! Welcome to Tiki Pizza. I'm Chappie, and this is Mookie. We got a great episode today. We're going to do another recipe from The Pizza Diet by Pasquale Casalino. He supposedly lost 100 pounds eating pizza. I'll put the dough recipe in the description. The key is the dough uses stone ground flour. I'm not losing any weight doing it, but I think it's a lot healthier, and the pizza's delicious. So today we're just going to do a zucchini pizza. Check it out. All right, so for the diet pizza, we got the stone ground whole wheat flour. We're going to make a big batch and break them down into little 8-ounce balls. Now, I'm not crazy about the portions. So it calls for this big batch, it calls for 3.65 pounds of stone ground whole wheat flour. So this is a 5-pound bag. So 3.65 pounds is, so if we're working in grams, 3.65 pounds is actually 1,656 grams. So this is a 5-pound bag. So if I remove 1.35 pounds from the 5-pound bag, so 1.35 grams equals 1.35 pounds equals 612 grams. So I need to remove 612 grams from the 5-pound bag. If you want sort of a converter measurement, 1 pound equals 453.6 grams. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to remove 612 grams from the 5-pound bag. So then the recipe calls for, and I'll put the recipe in the description as well. So the recipe calls for 37 ounces of cold water, a tablespoon of dry yeast, and then that 3.65 pounds of stone ground whole wheat flour, and just 3 tablespoons of sea salt. And that is it. We're gonna pour the water into a large mixing bowl, add the yeast. And again, we don't use, for some reason we use cold water. I think just because of the long process of overproofing. It says mix well with your hands, break the yeast up into clumps, let stand for 5 minutes until the yeast has dissolved, and then you add 20% of the flour and mix with your hands until a creamy slurry forms. I don't think the 20% has to be exact, so I'm not gonna, probably won't measure out the 20% because I've spent too much time doing these crazy conversions. Okay, and then it says add the salt and remaining flour and mix by hand. It says or use a stand mixer until soft and elastic dough has formed. Transfer the flour work surface, or it says transfer to a flour work surface and knead and fold with your hands for 5 minutes. So we got 5 minutes of kneading. If the dough is too wet, add a bit more flour. I'll just do those crazy conversions. And then It says it says cover with a plastic wrap and allow the dough to rest at room temperature for 20 minutes. And then we're going to cut the dough into 8-ounce balls each. Seal in an airtight container and let rest for 4 to 5 hours at room temperature. And then we're going to move to the refrigerator and let rise for another 20 hours in the fridge. You can let rise longer, but no more than 48 hours as it will begin to sour. Dough can be frozen up to 6 months. So again, I'll put all that in the description. So I'm going to start converting my flour measurements.
Mookie says you better subscribe or she's going to bite you. See you next time on Tiki Pizza.